the product I'm gonna review in this video, I purchased, okay? All the products you see in this video, which is all pretty much the same product of different generations, I purchased. And my opinion of them is my opinion. And the company that makes them doesn't know I'm making this video. And I'm gonna say whatever I wanna say about them because you know why? I bought them. My eyes are up here. Yeah. Hey, we're gonna be talking about the Tupperware Burger Press and Burger Keepers. Do you know what these are? It's the Tupperware Burger Keepers. I got 2 left in here. I put these 2 burgers up in my freezer about 2 or 3 weeks ago, all right? And if you open it up, there's a burger patty in there, okay? Now, here's the deal. I got a bunch of these. Yep, I got a whole thing more. These burgers got used over the past couple weeks. Some of them were used for hamburger steaks. 1 or 2 of them, I just decided, you know what? I don't want a burger, I want a taco. I took the meat out of the freezer, let it defrost a little bit, broke it up, made taco with it. But I put ground meat up in these things. They stack all together like this, and I've got 11 of them. All right? Well, as soon as it wouldn't, anyway. And I can stack all these burgers in there. Now, these things were made in the 60s and 70s by Tupperware. And my grandmother had some. These are not hers. I don't know what happened to hers. But anyway, I'd go over to her house as a kid, and maybe we'd have burgers, and she'd pull out this stack of things, all right, from her freezer. And my grandfather would throw them on his grill or throw them in the skillet or something. We'd have burgers. And never thought much of it. And then about the time I was an adolescent or something, I found out that, went over to her house and when she was actually making the burgers. And she had this device, not this actual one. All right. And this is the burger press. And it fits inside here like that. So you put your burger meat, you put that in there, throw a ball of meat in there, take this, smash it down, boom, pull this out. You got a burger in there, top it on that, stick the whole stack in the freezer. There were a dozen of them. All right, well, fast forward a few decades till I'm in my mid-30s, okay? And my late wife and I, we had 2 children. We were at a garage sale and I found, lo and behold, these were at the garage sale. Yeah, these 2 and these other 9 right here. Yeah, that doesn't add up to 12, does it? All right. And the burger thing for 25 cents. And so I told my wife, I said, hey, honey, we gotta get these Burger Keepers and Tupperware Burger Press. It was 25 cents. The only problem was I only got 11, not an even dozen, which bothers me a little bit. All right, so fast forward I was about in my mid-30s when that happened. I'm 52 now, so this puts it into, generations. It was in the 70s, I was a kid. In the early 80s, I was an adolescent, right? So that's when I found out about this, was in the early 80s, Anyway, so I find this Tupperware lady. I don't know a whole lot of Tupperware ladies, but I find a Tupperware lady, happens to be the parent of a student I was teaching at the time, about 6 years ago. And I asked her, I said, does Tupperware still make those burger keepers and burger press things? And she says, yes, they do. I'll try to get you some. Well, all she could find was 4. Now these were bigger and it had a top, like that top, right? But it was blue, not clear, okay? And, sorry, that thing came out, right? Anyway, they stay in there with that burping seal that Tupperware is famous for, right? All right, get this in here. All right, anyway, there's the 2 that need to go back in the freezer because I'm gonna use these. All right, but she got them for me, and what I first noticed was the newer ones are much bigger than the older ones. I mean, look at the size difference. This is the new one, that's the old one. So back in the 60s and 70s, people didn't eat hamburgers quite as big as they do now. Everybody likes those big sesame seed buns. But if you just get like the regular cheap, great value buns for $1.50 or whatever, these burgers are perfectly fine for it, all right? They really are. 6 or 7 of them fit in a skillet if I want to make hamburger steak. But the new ones are bigger. But she said she could only get me 4 of the keepers. She couldn't get me the hamburger press. So she got me 4 of the keepers. Now, so I got the keepers and it had a top like this top, except it was blue. In fact, it looked like this, except it was blue. We said, well, Lou, you got a red one. Yeah, I know. All right, so that was 6, 7, maybe 8 years ago. I got these 4. So what I've done is just use my old burger press, push burgers in here, but there's a lot of extra room. And so now I would have the 11 plus the 4, and that would be 15 burgers. Yeah, that I can store in my freezer. And I don't season the burgers. I just store them in there. When I want them, I pull them out, put them on a griddle, skillet, grill, whatever. And I don't, like I said, I don't have to make hamburgers with it. I do hamburger steak or let it break up and use it in a little bit of tacos or an omelet or whatever. But I've got the ground meat stored as burger patties. So anyway, a few weeks ago, I was looking for the blue top that goes to these and I can't find it. I don't know what happened to it. It's probably got behind a drawer or something. I got a whole drawer over there of lids for things, containers. I don't know where they are, but don't have the lid for this. So I decided, I'll get online and go to the Tupperware website because I don't really know a Tupperware lady, you know. And somebody had told me a few years ago that Tupperware does make the hamburger presses again. I was told they didn't make them, that they make them again, but they only make them during the summer months. So they only sell them during the summer months. During the fall and winter, Christmas time and all, you're not going to find them on their website. You only find them in the summertime. So I said, well, you know what? It's summer. Let me go to Tupperware website and see, because I sure would like to have a dozen of these, not just 4. I'd like to have 8 more. Then I saw the price and I was like, no, I don't want 8 more. But I went on there. Lo and behold, they do sell the burger keepers. So I got 4 more burger keepers with the red top. I can put it with my other 4 that used to have a blue top, might have a blue top again, and they snap in together, and now I can hold 8 burgers. Furthermore, it comes with a burger press. This burger press is so much bigger than the burger press. I mean, look at it. The entire burger press from the 80s, I mean, from the 60s and 70s, fits through it almost, you know? I mean, so this one here, but it's not quite as large, so I don't guess I could make quite as fat of burgers if I wanted to, but it is certainly a bigger diameter than the old one from the 60s and 70s. All right, hey, let's make some burgers. I really like having my Tupperware burger press. Tupperware, if you're watching this, sell the burger keepers individually. You could do it in packs of 4, but here's better. Do it in packs of 6, so people could buy 2 packs and have a dozen, right? Sell it separate or availably separate from the burger press. So you sell a burger press with a pack of 6, and then they can add on another 6, and then people got a dozen burgers in their freezer. Dozen's good because you can split that up. You got a family of 4, everybody gets 3. You got a family of 3, everybody gets 4. You got 2 people, everybody gets 6. You got 6 people, everybody gets 2. Dozens are good ways to count things. That's why drinks and beer and eggs and stuff like that come in dozens instead of metric 10 packs. You can divide them. So, hey, Tupperware, instead of selling them in 4, sell them in 6s. Make them cheaper, because I'm telling you what, this was $51 to get these 4 things to my house in the burger press. $51 for that. I know. It was like $37, and then I had to pay shipping and my Louisiana state sales tax, which you got to pay for online stuff nowadays, which is ridiculous. And anyway, it was $37 on their website. I don't know. Maybe you can get a Tupperware lady that can get it to you without the sales tax, without the shipping charges, or what have you. But anyway, I would like to have 4 more of these so that I can put a dozen of the big burgers in. All right, I run my mouth for 8 minutes or whatever, but that's because I really like having these. I like doing this better than just buying a box of frozen burgers. I don't know who made them. If I wanted to season the burgers or make meatloaf little burgers out of them and whatever, I could do that. But I just usually put the ground meat up just as ground meat and then season it when it's on the grill by sprinkling stuff on top of it. And it works just fine for me. All right. But if I'm just going to go out and grill them and I want to season them, I can use the burger press without putting the burgers in the keeper. And I've got a lot of little burgers to throw on my grill. So let's make some burgers. All right, I've got some parchment paper down on my countertop. This is the old school 1960s and 70s style burger press. This is the new school one. As you can see, the old one fits right inside there, all right? Like I'll show you again. The old one fits right inside the new one, so the new one makes much bigger burgers. Let's make some burgers. Now this is hamburger meat. Now if you're not from the South, you might call that some fancy smancy name like ground beef or ground meat or ground chuck, or it's hamburger meat. Because the people of Hamburg, Germany started grinding up their meat, and that's where we get the term hamburger from. It was from Hamburg, Germany, where they would make things like beef stroganoff or something with it. But we make sandwiches with it, so we call the sandwiches after the meat hamburger meat. Now, but you can also make spaghetti with it if you want to. Now, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take the plungers out of both of them, and both in here. And I usually grab a little ball about that big. I've never used the new one before. Throw it in there like that. Take this right here. Mash it down like that. Turn it a little bit to release it. Boom, boom. I've got a hamburger patty, and then I can stack, you know, I can stack these up, and they're sealed with the Tupperware seal in my freezer, you know. So anyway, that's how I've been doing it for years. Even though they made big ones about 6 years ago. Then I got the big ones, lost the blue top to it, so I've just ordered 4 more of the big ones, got a red burger press and a red top to it. So I'm gonna take a ball about, I could use a bigger one, you know, but I'm gonna take a ball about the size that I would make my old burger patties with. Throw it right in there like that. And take this burger press here and go down just with it like that. Turn it, and that's smeared. Maybe I need to grease this, or maybe I just need to use more meat, or maybe it didn't come out right because I got it uneven. I don't know. Let's try that again. My new burger press doesn't work as well as my old one. You can tell I've been using that one for a long time, right? All right, let's try that again. Put that in there like that. Come here to me. Let's go. Straight down like that. Turn. Pull it out. Maybe I need to grease it. Y'all saw how that one doesn't, it just, Let's try that again. Get out of there. Get out of there. And you can see it's a much thinner one. Maybe I'll use a thicker, more meat. But I was trying to get a thinner burger, a wider, thinner burger. Let's try it one more time. Try this one more time. Get on there. You better behave. All right. There. Nah, that doesn't look too good. Maybe the plastic feels different on the newer ones and the older ones. I don't know, but maybe I'll just put more meat in there. Let's try it like that. Make a bigger burger. All right. Maybe I need to grease it. I never had a problem with this one and using the smaller burgers in the, because here's what the smaller burgers look like in the bigger patty thing. You see, there's a lot of room in there for that one to move around with, right? Okay, let's try it again. So I told you, that's a big burger pat ball right there for that one. Down. I'm gonna have to grease this thing. We'll be right back. All right, let's get back at it. You can see it's wet. You know why? Because I washed these and I put some cooking. Actually, I didn't wash this ring. I thought there's still a little bit of meat in there. But I washed that and I washed this and I put some cooking on it, on oil on there. And you see that sheen? Maybe it won't stick this time. All right, let's take this. It's about as big as I used to make them with the old one. So it's just gonna make a thinner one, I think. Now let's go down, press it, turn it. Didn't stick as bad. I don't understand. I don't know. It's also not all the way around because maybe I don't have enough meat in there. Come out of there. There. All right, now come out of here. All right. You can see a little bit thinner. Maybe I did have a little bit more meat with it. All right. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna redo this one last time. Ball that up. I'm gonna add a little bit more meat to it because we want bigger burgers anyway, okay? Ball that up just like that. Throw that in there like that. Put that ring around it like that. That still got some grease on it. Mash it down. Lift it up. Fail. My new $51 plastic burger press from Tupperware is not as good as the one I paid 25 cents for from a garage sale. It's made in the 60s and 70s. Bigger, but it's not as good. Oh well. Let's see. Maybe if I rub some more cooking oil on it, that's cooking oil on this thing, rub some more cooking oil on it, and we'll do another one. That will go in the freezer like that. Let's see what happens here. Get some ground meat. About that, I got to learn how to get more with this bigger one. Kind of had the feeling of what I needed with the other ones, but you know, we'll go with this right there like that. Okay, now. Stuck all over the place, didn't it? Maybe if I don't turn it, I got to turn the other one. Maybe if I don't turn it, maybe it'll happen. I don't know. I do like the fact it's bigger. Somehow it's a different plastic blend or something, and it doesn't seem to work as well. It just doesn't seem to work as well as my old one. All right, maybe I got to have a break-in period or something. Maybe I'll just go straight down like that and pull straight. No, pull straight up's dumb. That doesn't work. Love the old one, but it's small. Big one, come on. I can't work a dang burger press. It's ridiculous. All right, get in there. You, get some more cooking oil on you. All right, let's see what happens here. Then in the center, not too shabby, not great, but a lot better than what I had done. Got a little missing part there. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and make, you see how they stack together? I'll wipe that off, put that on there. I'll go ahead and make my stack of 8 burgers and we'll end this video soon. All right, well, it looks like I'm only gonna have enough meat for 7 tonight. One of these big 8 ones are going to be empty. Remember, I had the 4 from 6 years ago and the new 4 that I just got. So I was hoping to be able to have 8 burgers, but just didn't have enough meat for that. I think I've learned a little bit of trick with doing the others off camera to get it to release a little bit better. I still have a little bit of cooking oil on there, but let's try it. Probably now that I got the camera. Go down with it, press it on all sides, and as I lift it, turn it. Like that, and you know what? As soon as I did it on the camera, it didn't work. I was getting it to work. You got to believe me. All right. I know, it's like a fairy wearing boots. You got to believe me, right? All right, go down, lift and turn, easy. That worked pretty good. There we go. Got a burger patty in there. Now, I got 7 of them. Don't have enough meat for 8. To put this top on here, get in there on that burger patty right there. Put that top in there. Store those burgers in my freezer just like that. Of course, I'd wipe it off real quick before I put it in the freezer. Or I could cook all 7 of those tonight. Well, I guess if you count the one that I did in the old style ones, the smaller ones that's in the freezer with those other 2 that were already in the freezer from a couple weeks ago, I did get 8 burgers. Anyway, you can easily store these 7 in there, and that's what I really like about these Tupperware burger keepers. And of course, I got to wipe it off right there, you know. But I'm gonna get it in the freezer. Actually, I'm gonna cook these tonight. But I like to store these in the freezer, and then I've got, you know, hamburgers when I need hamburgers, something to throw in a skillet on the stove, make a sandwich with. Or, and since I don't season it, I can do whatever I want to with the meat. If I wanted to take them all out and mix it all back up and make spaghetti with it, I could do that, you know. But I want to do hamburger steaks or something like that. Not season it, I can make tacos with it if I want to or whatever. But I like to store the ground meat in the patties, in the freezer. Really like the Tupperware stuff. Hey, Tupperware, if you listen to me, don't know why these tend to stick more than the old type plastic. I do like the bigger burger press, but sell these in half dozens so that people can just keep buying the burger keepers without having to buy another burger press each time. And maybe some instructions on how to get that out of there. The littler one, I always just turn it and lift it, but I turn in this one and lift it, maybe because I got more circumference or something on there. The burger was sticking. But I'm glad to have the bigger burger press. Now I can fill up my other 4 with full-size burgers for our modern culture. And let's cook these, all right? I just hit the tripod, I'm sorry. Anyway, that's the Tupperware review. I know I went on a long time with it. Hey, Tupperware, if you're listening, sell them in half dozens. And with the burger press, and then a little cheaper without the burger press. So if you already got the burger press, you just can keep buying half dozens. And I need a Tupperware lady in my area so I can get these without having to pay the $10 in shipping charges, 51 bucks for that thing. But I like it, so I'm glad I did it.